Listen up or run for cover. Dropping knowledge from the people who have it to the people who need it. The real Bradley Bombs is dropping.
What it is, Bradley, back again with another episode of Dropping Bombs. Today in the studio, folks, I've got a real treat for you, especially if you're out there wondering how to make some extra side cash or get a free Tesla. Now, the guests I have in here, one of them's named Erik Collazo. The other one's named Alejandro. What?
Agudelo. Almost.
Say it again.
Agudelo.
Alejandro Agudelo.
There you go. Dude, that was classic.
And Erik Collazo. Of course, he's just a white dude.
Cuban white.
The
dude.
white
Cuban
guy.
white dude.
That's okay.
I smoke Cuban cigars.
Exactly.
We're like brothers.
Amen.
There you go.
So folks, these guys, they've been out there hustling in real estate, did some big business in real estate, right? Flipping houses,
Sir.
wholesaling, made a little coin on the side, and then accidentally, watched this one program that led to another program, and then all of a sudden they said, hey, this might work with this other deal. So they went out ahead and purchased a Tesla and ended up getting it free. And now they show people how to get free Teslas. I keep saying you need to show people how to get a fleet of Teslas, because if one works, you can get 10 of them,
Correct.
50 of them, 60 of them, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
As much as you want.
We're on
And
track
you can
right
do it
now for
internationally
30.
also.
We're on track right now for about 35 of them.
Not to mention, good credit, bad credit, money, no money.
Don't need it.
No
It
money.
doesn't matter. Now, again, if you have good credit and you have money, it's even easier. However, no credit, no money, struggling, been laid off, affected by the COVID. You affected by the vid. This might be your opportunity. Now, just for disclaimer, I personally do not know if this works or doesn't work. You guys be the judge listening to the podcast. These guys claim, I've never seen their fucking Teslas because they're not from here. However, they have employed Lightspeed VT, the baddest ass training system on earth, to basically virtualize their training so they can spread it out there, because their main goal and mission is to freaking show people how to make money, show people how to get free Teslas, and basically, compensate their entrepreneurialism at its finest. Because you guys are entrepreneurs to begin with, yeah?
Hell yeah.
100%.
You guys just love it. How old are
Day
you,
one.
Alejandro?
22.
22. Already making cake in the real estate business?
Yes, sir.
How much cake?
Enough cake.
Enough?
He's done
Enough
1.28 million.
And how much is old Erik Collazo cracked?
2022.
Yeah, 22, dude. That's a hell of a deal.
That's a story.
Yeah, if you're out there making money at that age, dude, you're doing something right. Now, again, it's starting to get less and less impressive, I got to say, only because, fuck, dude, with the internet now and somebody that understands marketing and digital marketing, shit, dude. Every digital marketer I know, regardless of age, is freaking making bank, living the life of luxury. I always have young people come up and say, hey, what would you suggest that I do? And I say, what are you doing now? They're like, I'm in school, or I'm getting my degree in this, and I hate it, and I want to quit. What do you expect? Well, I say finish. You already started.
Well, I
it.
say fuck that.
I say finish. You already started.
Fuck.
Finish what you start.
Yeah,
okay?
fuck that.
Finish what you start.
Listen, I dropped out in 10th grade, man. That shit, I already knew, like, going to school, me doing that shit was garbage.
You knew it.
Dude, my teacher's making 30 grand. I mean,
Yeah, but you don't go to school to be a teacher.
Well, shit. I mean, if I'm learning from someone who's making 30 grand a year, I'm getting the fuck out of there. I'm just saying.
Well, you
Right.
never know. You
You're
never
wrong.
know. I would suggest you finish school. Why? Because you started it. I always recommend you finish what you start. However, if these people wanted my true opinion, I would say learn marketing. Learn digital marketing. Learn Facebook ad buying. Learn how to buy media on Facebook. Dude, I don't know anybody that really knows Facebook well that's broke. Why? Well, because, dude, you can sell anything digitally with the marketing. So other than that, I would say look for an opportunity like this. Because again, I mean, theoretically, dude, there's people out there that if they just put the brain power in, learn what you're doing, follow the steps, they're going to end up the same place you are. Yes or no?
100%. I mean, for me, look, it goes back to like when I got out of high school, you know, I was looking for opportunity and I found a mentor. He told me everything that I needed to know. And when I first raised some capital, I said, oh shit, I was probably 24 years old. I raised $4.8 million to buy real estate. So if I could do it, if I can go out there and leverage other people's money, other people's credit, other people's resources, anybody could do it.
Well, who'd you know?
I didn't know anybody. That's actually a part of our course, our virtual training system. We actually show you how to go out there and find the people. See, people don't know how to connect with people, and that's important. If you want to be in business, you got to know how to find people.
Does it show you how to target them?
It
like
shows you
identify which ones have the loot.
100%.
Right. So you want to be able to create a list, and you want to be able to, target who you're going after. For me, when I was raising money for real estate, I was targeting people who were already flipping houses, who were buying multifamily. And for me, it was just about adding value to that already established business. So when I tell you I raised $4.8 million, yeah, I had 6 figures in the bank. I did pretty well, but I didn't have millions to go out there and buy multifamily. And for me to have a conversation with a fund and get them interested in me, that's all it took. It was a sales play. I just sold myself like a hooker.
So ultimately, you guys were at some real estate thing. You rented a Tesla. What'd you rent?
We had a team with us. We went to a real estate convention sometime last year, and we rented a SUV. And it cost us about $500 for 4 days.
Shit, you got a cheap one.
Right. So we were like, dude.
I just got back from Nashville. Just got a regular old Escalade.
Right.
It was $640, and I only had it for 2 days.
Correct. So I'm like, dude, that's a business. I'm looking at him like, we're killing it in real estate. I mean, why don't we just start this as a side hustle? Like, let's just buy some vehicles, rent them out, and make some cash flow. So then we were discussing about what kind of vehicle. And then I'm like, well, dude, a Tesla has low maintenance. If you think about a car, a gas car, right? You got oil changes, spark plugs, tires. You got to constantly maintain that shit. So I'm looking for a vehicle just like real estate. If I'm looking for an asset, I'm looking for low maintenance, high yield, right? Same concept. So I'm looking for a high return, very low maintenance, or very low entry. So we discussed Teslas, and we're like, dude, let's get our first one and see how that works out. And oh man,
Phenomenal.
it's the sweetest thing
Phenomenal.
ever.
Well, what happened?
Well, we rented it out within 8 days.
Within 8 days, we already grossed about $2,100 in just 8 days.
8 days, $2,100. No money, no credit. We acquired this vehicle just like we do real estate. We got an investor to come in, put up the money in the credit. We put the vehicle on the platform, and boom, cash flow.
And has it still been cash flowing?
Well, you better drop a bomb, baby.
Have you ever had a month go by where it didn't cash flow?
No,
So the
not
only
once.
time that right now, because we're in a phase where the insurance company is cutting us a check. The car got totaled. Somebody rented it out, totaled the vehicle. In fact, every time someone rents the vehicle, I'm like, please crash it. Just fuck it up. Because the insurance pays us a premium. So we got, on a $41,000 car, we got $56,000 coming our way. So now we can use that to buy 2 more.
2 more.
Yeah. And then boom, 2 more.
Boom.
Then 2 more. That's why I said you need to change it from freetesla.tv to free Teslas.
And you're right, but everybody needs to start somewhere. And we're going after the people that maybe have a job, maybe sick and tired of their job, maybe
Yeah,
just
working
says, you
at
know what, I
Starbucks
want to
or
start a
something.
business.
Little side business. You don't have to quit your job.
Correct.
to do this.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. Side business, just like we do. We're doing real estate. We're saying, well, we're going to use this as a side hustle and make some extra cash flow.
I'm getting new arms. These arms are just way too large. I got to look under them and look over them.
True. I see. I smell you.
So where are you out of?
Miami, Florida.
You too? Both of you?
Mm-hmm.
Born and raised?
Well, I was born in Colombia. Came here in 1999. Have been there ever since.
And is it a market-specific thing? What if I'm living in Twin Forks, Alabama?
Well, you got to analyze your local market, see if there's any opportunity there.
What if there
not
isn't?
a specific opportunity for Teslas, then there could be opportunities for different vehicles. You just need to know how to analyze your local market, your local demographics, which is exactly what we show you in our virtual training.
Yeah, it's about just like, dude, if I was going to buy real estate, I want to know what the demographics are. I want to know what the asset, the assets around it are doing. I want to do a comparison, right? A market analysis. So we show you that step by step of the process.
So if somebody comes along, buys your course and says, okay, I want this course, buys your course, signs up. How long before they're flowing in a freaking
30
Tesla?
days. 30 days.
30 days max.
There should be no reason. And if anyone has any issues within 30 days, dude, call me. I'll pick up my phone.
Yeah, they're doing something incorrectly.
Correct.
What's your phone number?
561-418-0072.
Damn, dude. Now there's a warranty right there. You can call his ass. Of course, it's easy to change a phone number.
True. Very true.
But they know who you are. You got a website. What's the website? freetesla.tv.
Dude, just the sound of it sounds good.
freetesla.tv. Now, if you're out there listening to this and you're out of work, or you even got a job, but you want to make a little side hustle, or you want to make, a free car, basically, because let's say your Tesla payment's $1,000.
It's 500.
It's $575.04.
It's what?
$575.04.
How do you know? What if I put more money down?
Oh, then it's less.
Right.
Yeah.
So your payment is what it is.
It is what it is.
However, you according to your program, that's what it is, because you'll tell them exactly what to do.
Yeah. So
we have a case study.
Right.
And in our case study, I go over the exact numbers.
Okay, so let's say it's $500. Now, you go rent it out for a couple days. Boom, you got your $500. Well, you don't have to rent it out the rest of the freaking month,
It's up
do
to
you?
you. It's
Do
how
you know
you
what I
want to run
drove
your
when
business.
listen, when I was in high school, I was driving a Lincoln Town Car with the bumper hitting the floor. I would pull up and people were like, "What the fuck is that?" So I can imagine being in school today with a Tesla, dude. I mean,
Dude, you don't even have to be. How old do you have to be?
18.
Why 18?
Or
Why 18?
Well, you don't have
No,
to.
you could be younger.
Right, you
you
could
can
be
have
a
a driver's
15-year-old.
license.
as long as your parent gives consent, baby.
Well, the consent for what?
For
you to start a business. You're starting a business
You're
at the end
starting
of
a
the day.
business
You
at
can't
the end
start
of
a
the day.
business until you're 18. Unless your parent consents or they're on the company with you.
Well, that's the smartest way to do it. That's how I raised the first piece of capital I've ever gotten to real estate. Was I used my dad.
Yeah, well, dude, if I didn't have a dad. Well, I mean, I had a dad, but he would never have done shit for me.
That's okay. I mean, you could go out there and, dude, if you ain't got a father figure, if you ain't got family, go to Bible study, bro. Go to church and meet some people.
Or just meet people.
Just meet people.
Because the strangers out there in the world are the ones that have what you need.
100%.
And you teach people how to find, locate, convince, sell, write
So,
a business plan.
we teach you how
do
to-
your market analytics.
Analytics. There you go.
Analytics. Analysis. See, I can't even
Analysis.
say it right.
Yeah, so you guys got all that dialed in this course?
Yep.
All of it.
Step by step.
Step by step.
Oh boy, folks.
Oh, boy.
Now, what if this works? That's the crazy part.
Well, it
what
already
if
does.
someone's listening? I know, but
does.
everybody's skeptical.
Yeah, that's okay.
Everybody's skeptical. And
See,
they're going to be listening, going, "Hey, they're trying to sell me a course, man."
Fair enough. I mean, look, at the end of the day, we've built a model that reaches everybody's personality. So, for example, if you're a person who likes lifestyle, we got that. If you're a person who needs proof, needs the numbers, needs to see the hard core evidence, we have it.
So
So
what if someone flies down to Florida to hang out with you for a minute before they decide to buy your course?
that's fine.
Will they see these Teslas?
Yes, they would.
Can they ride in it?
They can.
Can they smell the leather?
Oh, yeah.
Smell it.
All right.
See, now we have a mystery vehicle as well. See, the Tesla is just to get you something cool, but we have another vehicle that we're not going to share with you today. But that vehicle actually performs better, and it's cheaper than a Tesla. So it's
Hey.
cheaper, and it gives you a higher rate of return.
Wow.
But I'm not going to release that until it's time, baby.
That's part of the course.
It is.
Can't give it all away.
Can't give it all away.
Dude, so it says here your investors were so impressed with you kids.
Yeah.
They're now on track to get an entire fleet of Teslas.
Yeah. So we have about, pending right now, once we get back home, we got about 4 mystery vehicles, which I'm not going to share. We got 2 Teslas on the way, and then we got another investor who wants to do 2 more Teslas.
So how many total?
So we're going to have about 10
4
cars,
Teslas
and we just
4.
started this business a few months ago. So by the end of the year, we're on track right now to do about 35 vehicles, still using none of our own money or credit.
I think the BL likes that.
Huh. Well, again, I'm what you call logical, and I already know the deal because I helped you build the training for it.
True.
And I already know it'll work. The question is how much work will someone want to put into it? Because a lot of times, people say, do these MLMs work? And I say, if you do.
True.
See, so this is one of those deals. Like, I guarantee if someone does your program and puts in the work and time, it will work.
It will work.
Right.
Yeah,
100%.
there's no question if it will work. The question is, do you have what it takes? I mean, some people are like, damn, I talked to 2 people. They said, no, this program's a ripoff. And it's like, dude, he didn't say you had to talk to 2 people. You might have to talk 200.
Right. Correct. Now the thing is, you got to be really dumb. I hate to say it, but
soft.
You got to be soft or dumb.
Or entitled. Or spoiled.
True.
Because again, most of the times I see people, they don't want to put in the work. They're just entitled or they're soft. In other words, like, I don't want to have to do that. Oh, okay. Well, then don't do it.
Well, typically those people come from some money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you got money already, then you don't have to do the work. You could just give us a little piece. What is it?
Why, you'll do the work for them?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, hell yeah.
In fact, that's what our investors do. Our investors are like, dude, I don't want to pick up and drop off cars. I got a guy with 800 credit score, 130 in the bank sitting there. I'm like, dude, that's stupid. You got 800 credit score and you got money sitting in the bank. Give me the fucking money. And he's like, okay, what do I got to do? I'm like, dude, buy some vehicles with us.
How do you check the old credit score? That's the question.
Well, that's a tricky one.
Let's check it right now. Let me see what I'm sitting at. Because I got way more than 130 in the bank.
Right.
And, I went down.
Oh, shit. You bought some shit recently.
No, but this is the hardest one, TransUnion.
Go to it.
TransUnion, I'm at 806.
That's okay.
That's straight.
Damn it.
You could get a fleet easily.
I know, but I like the vanity of an 820. Let me see where I'm at here. Come on, baby. Show me where I'm at. Here we go. 822.
There you go.
Come on. Am I lying? Am I lying?
If you're lying, you're flying.
You
brother.
see it? Can you
see
see
it.
that far?
I can see
I
it.
see it.
You're clean. You're clean. So you would be an ideal candidate.
Okay, so folks, I might even freaking sponsor you depending on who you are and what you're willing to give up.
Right. So what we're doing is we're promising.
By the way, what if someone says no to the deal that you guys have case studied? Like your investor might have said yes, for example, at X% return. What if the person says no, you just negotiate?
Well,
Yeah,
I would ask
100%.
them, how much are they making wherever their assets are now? Do you have money in a 401k, an IRA, a Roth? At what rate is that performing? Not including taxes, fees, and inflation. They're going to tell me 1 or 2%.
22 years
discount
old,
all
bruh.
that. So I'm like, well, I can get you 20% or more every single year, year after year.
22.
Convinced. That's all I have to say.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay, don't say another word then.
No more.
Now, other than Teslas, if an individual were to learn this, they could technically apply it to anything that pencils. It might
Anything.
not pencil as well as a Tesla because of maintenance and da-da-da-da-da.
Right.
But I imagine it's all about marketing. Like I said in the beginning.
Correct.
Marketing.
Yeah.
So let's say I go get a Tesla and now nobody rents it. And you son of a bitches got me strapped with a $500 a month payment.
Well, there's options.
What are they?
So a Tesla is a very high demand vehicle because everybody wants one, but not everybody can have one because they have very strict policies on someone driving a Tesla. For example, somebody with a good credit score, right? Not everybody
Could I
has
get
that.
Could I get a Tesla?
You could get a fleet.
Could just check it.
But if you, let's say if you're in a situation where you're not in a market where Teslas are driven heavy, well, you can put some advertising, goes back to marketing. You can put some advertising on that vehicle, drive some dollars toward the advertising, and then put it into an affiliate program and make that monthly payment and still drive a free Tesla. For example, you have an affiliate program, don't you?
No, I don't call it that, but yeah, it's kind of that.
Well, let's just say, for example, if you did have one. Well, I put in the back, just learn how to close, make $20K a month with my phone number. Those leads call off the Tesla. Now I enroll them into your program. I make whatever percentage you pay me. I pay off the note, keep the difference. So there's
It's
options.
just business, dude. It's just business.
Well, you could apply, going back to what you said, though, you could apply these principles. It's not just about getting a free Tesla, even though, fuck, that's pretty cool. But you could apply these same principles to any business. If I wanted to start a cookie business, as you could tell, I'm a pretty big dude. I love cookies.
Do you?
I love cookies.
He's like, do you? He don't know yet.
You don't know. No, but yeah, I could down some cookie, dude.
You ever heard of a cookie shop called Crumble?
No.
See, that's another Look it up here while you're there. Go in there. By the way, the dude that owns the Crumble is also the dude that owns that Mas Por Favor.
Oh, really?
Mas
Nice.
por favor.
Okay, cool. See, that's a person I'll connect with.
Oh, dude, this dude's a big dude. He's a
That's
freaking
okay.
cool sumbitch.
I love-
young, cool dude. Got
Yeah.
a cool family. Lives up in Utah. He owns a bunch of restaurants. You know, he was down here actually to talk to the Speedway and the Raider Stadium to put restaurants in the stadium.
There you go.
So he's dialed in and connected with all the freaking.
Well, that's a perfect person I would want to connect with. But
He'd do it if he liked you and trusted you. He'd do it. Like again, I mean, he funds people on restaurants. So,
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, he's definitely somebody. But he's got a cookie franchise called Crumble.
well, let's say if I wanted to start that business, if I wanted to
Unbelievable
be
cookies.
Well, check this out. What if
I
I,
thought
wanted
you
to,
loved cookies.
I do love
You're
cookies.
trying to get off the subject so fast back to business. You must love business more than cookies.
I do love business more than cookies, but I am getting hungry, so I want to change the topic.
Well,
Now-
dude, these cookies, dude, I'm telling you, bro.
He's
Go into
tempting, bro.
Crumble
He's
and look at
tempting.
these cookies, dude. If you're a cookie freak, dude, these is where the Cookie Monster
I
lives.
think this is where we're gonna have to go today.
And then if
Once
you
we
like
get out of here.
tacos, if anybody's in Las Vegas, Nevada, and you haven't been to Mas Por Favor, which means more, please, of course, go in there. It's off Spring Mountain. Coolest freaking little taco joint in town. Best fucking tacos. Like, I'm telling you what, dude. I'm telling
What'd you order?
Well, all I had was
cheesin'.
the cheesins, but if I looked at the rest of them, the rest of the menu looked amazing. But I just got done eating at STK Steakhouse, which is my favorite restaurant in town, with the dude. We go over there. He's like, try one of these. I'm like, dude, I just ate. And he's like, dude, you got to try one. So I pick one up and I take one bite, thinking I'm going to be polite and take a bite. Plus, I was on keto, dude. I ain't eating this shit. So I pick the sumbitch up and I take a bite and I'm like, damn, dude, I wolfed down 2 of them. They're so good. It's unbelievable. And that was just one kind of taco. There's a bunch of tacos. They're like street tacos. They got jackfruit tacos, vegan taco. They got all kinds of tacos, but gourmet, delicious ass tacos. Authentic,
vegan taco,
kick ass.
dude?
Oh, dude, I'm telling you. Well, jackfruit's vegan. So you go in there. It just looks like just a nice little taco shop, right? There's a counter, and you're like, okay, what's the big deal?
Right.
Well, if you look to the left, there's this. I don't even know if I'm supposed to tell people because again, they don't tell you this. You're just supposed to know it or don't know it. And I'm like, well, shit.
Well, this is for the bomb squad, baby.
It's Bomb Squad. So ultimately, you look to the left, and there's this old beat up door, and I think there was a skull handle on it.
Nice.
Now you're thinking, it's just a little door. You think that's to get back to the kitchen or something,
Right.
Well, you slide that door open, and you see a tunnel, like an old cartel tunnel, and there's even a barrel of cocaine on it.
Real cocaine?
I didn't test it, and I'm sure no, it's a prop. But dude, it's basically a drug smuggler's tunnel,
That's
and you
insane.
go through this tunnel, and it's freaking winds around, and then boom, you end up in this back speakeasy looking bar that's all dialed in. There's a DJ, there's big old couches, everybody's having a good time. Like, it's just a kick-ass vibe. There's an unbelievable bar with all this cool shit everywhere. There's skulls all across the bar, and then there's roses in certain places, and there's kick-ass paintings and shit.
Dude, I'm going there today.
But at the end of the day,
we're
it's
definitely going there today.
it's
be a
a really
representative for
cool
that.
it's a really cool tequila bar, and it's hidden. So a lot of people go in there and get tacos, and the tacos are getting like rave reviews, and nobody knows there's a freaking bar back there. Not nobody, certain people do, but they don't tell anybody. It's like, if you find it, great, but if you don't find it, well, then get your tacos and go. And dude, there's lines of people grabbing their tacos and leaving, grabbing their tacos and leaving. And I'm like, okay, well, if I didn't go with the owner, dude, I wouldn't have went in that door either.
Right.
But dude, you open the door. You're welcome to open the door. I said, dude, why don't you tell people? He says, don't need to.
Right.
He says, the right people will know.
It's for the elite.
Yeah, and that's technically what he said. Is he said, like, dude, if you know, you should be back there. If you don't know, you shouldn't be back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, dude, I'm telling the bomb squad. So pay attention, folks.
You gonna drop one?
If you're in it ain't a bomb. It's just a good motherfucking place to chill. Like, you guys will go in there, I guarantee you'll be Instagram and you'll be like, dude, this place is sweet. It's just cool. It's just cool.
Yeah.
So again, I mean, if you guys are in Vegas,
Yeah.
driving around, swing through my buddy's joint, Mas Por Favor, and then
definitely
tag
stop
him and
by.
let him know Brad Lee sent you, the
BL.
Bomb Squad. Yeah, you guys go tonight. You are in Vegas.
I'm definitely going.
Yeah,
Now,
for sure.
let me ask you. So, you're 22. You grew up in Miami. What high school?
I went to Plantation High School.
Yeah, and
Town.
what kind of grades did you get?
Like B's and C's and A's.
Did
I
you
would get an
graduate?
A. Did I graduate? No.
Yeah. You didn't? You dropped out too?
Thing is, my story is weird. So I did high school and college at the same time. Now, in 12th grade, my parents decided to take me out of high school. So I didn't finish high school, but I was still doing dual enrollment for college. So I did dual enrollment, but technically when I finished my high school year, I couldn't go back to college. So I dropped out of college. That's why I say I'm a college dropout.
Why couldn't
not
you
a
go
high
back to
school dropout.
college?
What's that?
Why
Because I just didn't want to go. I mean, I got accepted to UCF. I went, I did the orientation, I bought the jackets, I got my parents super hyped because they worked 20 years to get me there. And then I decided that I just didn't want to go. I wanted to start my own business. So I stayed down in Florida, stayed living at my parents' house, and I started my real estate business back in 2017. And now 3 years later, here we are and dropping bombs with the real Bradley.
Give you a bomb on
There
that
you
one.
go.
So, I was trying to figure out whether you were like a smart kid.
Oh, he's smart, dude.
No, I know, but I'm talking about academics.
Yeah.
'Cause again,
I
dude,
wasn't-
listen. I mean, I've literally taken tests, IQ tests, and scored fairly high. I've been invited to join Mensa. However, I dropped out in the 11th grade, dude,
Fuck
and
it.
never went back.
You don't need to go back.
Yeah, I never went back. Like, dude, everyone says, "Oh man, I'm sorry." It's like, dude, just because I left school doesn't make me an idiot, fool. I learned everything I needed to learn, and I learned everything I needed to learn outside of school because I started early. What I think happened is when I dropped out and all my buddies stayed in and went to college, dude, those people are now working jobs.
Correct.
Bro, I know people, I'm 22. I know people who are 24, 25 who graduated from the colleges in Florida, which is FSU, UCF. And right now they're working at like Whole Foods or the Hobby Lobby, making $13, $14 an hour, having to work 50 hours a week because they're living with their parents and their parents are asking them for rent. And they're 24, 25, 26, can't find a job in the field they were looking for because it's so competitive. And you went to a school in Florida. You didn't go to school in Harvard. You didn't go to Yale. You didn't go to Stanford. You went to UCF or FSU. Not saying that it's bad, but there's so much competition, especially when you want to be an engineer or you want to be a doctor or a nurse or a lawyer, whatever. Like, when someone hires you, they're going to look at the Harvard versus the FSU or the FAU.
Well, is FSU Florida State University?
State
Do they
University.
just have a Florida university?
They have the University of Florida.
That's
University
just
of
FU.
That's UF.
UF.
FU, yeah.
I'd prefer to go to FU.
Me too. I would have definitely went there.
So ultimately, you basically saying you had a bum education, double-digit inflation, can't take a train to the job. There's a strike at the station.
Yes.
Gotcha. What about you?
What are you asking?
Were you academically
So-
gifted?
No. So I still consider myself pretty stupid.
I'll agree.
Exactly, bomb. But I'm pretty gifted when it comes to sales and meeting people and connecting. So I'm a connector,
You're a connector.
100%.
How much value do you put on the ability to connect?
Billions. In fact, I when I left school, I had no choice. My dad told me, he's like, dude, your GPA is 0.001. You don't even matter in high school. Like, what are you doing? And I was like, well, smoking a lot of, shit. So he told me, look, man, you got a choice. You're either going to leave or you're going to finish school or you're going to get a job and pay the bills. What do you want to do? I said, fuck, dude, I'll take a job, right? So I started working construction. And I realized that that's not the work for me.
And there were you. You were showing up first day on the job. Erik Collazo, how you doing?
Yeah, they're like, yo, go pick up these rocks from a demo with a shovel and like scoop it into a bucket and like in a dumpster. And I'm like, fuck this.
Dude, you need to master the voice of Erik Collazo.
You don't think I've mastered it, bro?
Yeah, but you don't sound like you like Erik Collazo.
What do I sound like then?
You just sound like a normal dude.
Damn.
It'd be better if you
That's
showed up
harsh,
and you're like,
bro.
"How you doing, Erik Collazo?"
So you want me to sound like a paisan?
No, like, can you hear me? Can you try to replicate that?
I don't do well.
Erik Collazo, how you doing?
I don't do
How
that
you
well.
doing?
Show up on the job site. Erik Collazo, how you doing? I'm reporting for duty.
with a cigar.
Yeah, 16 years old. How come you ain't in school, Eric? My dad told me to pick a job or fucking school,
Or
and I
do
picked
better
a
in
job.
school.
What do you want me to do?
True shit. Right. My story.
Then what?
So I got a job working at a marina. I quit the construction.
A marina?
A marina right in Miami. I'm from Miami Beach. I went to Miami Beach High School. And
See, that sounds way cooler than one you went to.
Yeah.
Plantation. That sounds
Come
like...
on, man. That's
well, it is
P-Town.
a
I gotta
cooler school.
represent for
Yeah, but
P-Town,
Plantation
bro.
sounds like it's in Georgia or something.
exactly. Miami
in the
Beach High
suburbs.
School is like...
Miami Beach is like
Dude.
the East Coast Beverly Hills High.
Well, think about South Beach. Imagine growing up as a kid living in South Beach where I grew up. So, I mean, dude, you got girls walking around in bikinis. You got cokeheads hitting the street. Like, it's just... That's what I saw growing up. So, went to Beach High, dropped out, got a job at a marina. I saw all these rich guys bringing in their boats. And I used to ask them, I'm like, dude, how did you get this fucking 40-footer, 60-footer yacht? And they would tell me, I own a business and I do real estate. This was back in 2006, 2005. Real estate market was booming. And I was like, okay. So I start that already planted a seed. And I'm like, dude, I got to get in real estate somehow. I got to get in this business. So I told my dad about it. My dad was like, son, come on, man. Real estate? Dude, that's for the rich people. That's not for us. So I saw a sign on the road that said investor trained students, called the sign, met a guy who was doing $250,000 a month in real estate. And man, I got to tell you, I started following this guy's footsteps, and I told my dad about this situation. I'm like, dude, I got a mentor. He's going to train me everything I need to know, but I need to pay him $20,000. And my dad was like, what? He started cracking up. He's like, dude, we ain't paying nobody $20,000 to teach you shit. You can't even learn shit, right? My dad was super hardcore. He was a blue collar worker, so he was just no filter. And so I just begged everybody I could for money to start. And he ended up giving me the money to start because I convinced him, my father.
Okay.
I told him, what's going on with your pension? What's going on with your retirement account? And he's like, I don't fucking know. Money just goes. I'm like, exactly. Wouldn't you want to know? Have you ever asked that question? How much are you making? So I learned this from a mentor, and I ended up convincing him to pull the money out of his pension retirement account.
How much?
$30,000. That's all he had. See, that's crazy. Working for the same job 15 years, blue collar, busting his ass every day, only had $30,000 to pull out. That's insane. So anyway, he gave me the money, a wild card, and I leveraged it. I started a business, and I went out there and I flipped houses. I made $250,000 my first year, retired him from his job. I made $259,000 my first year. I was 20 years old. Never forget.
20?
I was 20. I was 20 years old. I made $259,000. I drove him in a limo to his job, and he fired his boss. And that was the coolest moment I've ever had in my life. That was like, dude, that was awesome.
Well, what'd you do after that? It was only $259,000.
Well, we scaled. We just started making more money. And, for us growing up on $40,000 a year to make $259,000, we were living like rock stars because we could survive off 40. So making $250 was a hell of a jump. But he died 3 years later. So he had 3 years of financial freedom. He was able to be at home, watch his son go out there and kick ass in business, and then he passed away.
From what?
Just bad health, liver failure, organ failure. He was a pretty big guy, and he passed. And for me, that's him right there.
He's reminding you.
He's like, dude,
don't call me a big guy.
So yeah, so he passed, and at that moment, I was like, you know what, I gotta do something big. I can't, like, if I want a family, I don't want to die this way. I don't want to die with nothing. Even though we had some money, it was nowhere near where I wanted to go because I've already tasted it. I grew up in roach-infested apartments. So imagine you're waking up to school and you're pouring your cereal in a bowl, and you got to like look out for roaches, dude. That's fucked.
Sure it is. Unless you consider them protein.
Well, I definitely don't. So, yeah. So anyway, I just didn't want that. And that's when I decided, well, I'm going to go raise some capital because I want to do something bigger. And I want to take this business to the next level. And I met a fund. It took me 3 months to actually land this deal. 3 months of rejection, 3 months of everybody telling me no. Finally got the fund to commit. And when I did that, I just wanted to make my old man proud. And I think I did.
Well, sure you did.
Yeah, of course.
As soon as you picked him up in a limo, number one, you paid him back.
I did.
That makes a dad proud. Then number two, you picked him up in a limo.
I did.
That's always my 20-year-old kid, freaking just got booted out of school basically, and freaking came back freaking balling. I'd be like, right on, that's my man. Mm-hmm. So then you just kept on going.
I just kept on going, and then my mentor died a year later. So my dad died, my mentor died, and he died in a plane accident.
I'm gonna stop giving you advice, son.
Well, he died a year later. He was on his way to a speaking engagement. He died in an airplane crash. And again, I was just like, dude, these people are like, people are dropping out of my life. Like, this is crazy. So I guess I felt like I needed to be the mentor now. I felt like I needed to take on some responsibility and stop depending on other people to give me advice or give me guidance. And I said, you know what? I'm going to build my own team. And that's what I did. I went out there and I built my own team.
Let's pause for a moment to let the listeners go get a tissue.
Is that a small violin, dude?
Yeah. Okay, keep going.
So anyway, I built my team, and I've been pretty successful. And now I just want to pay it forward, man. I want to give back to the world to let them know that they can achieve the same thing.
See, your story ain't over. What if this free Tesla thing blows up? You got freaking thousands of people out there crushing it, going freaking Erik. Alejandro will be over there going, damn, dude, how come they don't know my name?
Dude, if
this was Gilligan's Island, who'd be the skipper and who'd be Gilligan?
Ooh. I'm Gilligan.
Huh?
I'm Gilligan.
Why you want to be Gilligan?
I don't know. It's a dope-ass name.
Huh?
I haven't seen that movie, but it's a dope-ass name.
You never heard of Gilligan?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen the movie.
It's a show.
It's
or the
not
show,
a
whatever.
movie.
Hey, at least I'm making the BL
Gilligan?
laugh.
How about you want to be Thurston Howell the Third?
Hey, man, as long as he has a dope-ass role, I'm in.
So you guys are out there still flipping houses.
Correct.
So this doesn't take too much work, this free Tesla shit.
No, I spend less than 15 hours a month on this specific business.
Now, you guys keep reinvesting and buying more cars and doing shit, so it's probably hard to tell. But what if you just stopped? How much cash flow would you be receiving from per vehicle?
If I just stopped?
No, like you stopped at one. Because the way I see it, you can get a free Tesla, just like you say.
Yeah, with
but
one,
you
you're
don't
not
have
gonna get rich.
but you don't have to have a free Tesla. You can just take free couple grand a month.
It's up to you. It's
Well, there's a lot of people out there that'll be like, fuck the Tesla, dude. Show me how to make a couple grand extra a month, because right now they're in what's called the rat race. You know what that is?
100%.
That's where you freaking make enough money to just barely get by. You can't freaking save any. You can't save any.
You cannot.
Unless you want to just like really freaking slum it. But at the end of the day, you're right there at the level to where, dude, you could work 10 years and end up with freaking $1,500 in savings. And you can't talk about any fun, because if you blow any money, now you're missing rent. You're in the rat race. Well, the difference between that and someone getting out of the rat race is a couple of grand a month in what we call discretionary income. So if I were 20 years old or whatever age, and I'm in this situation and I heard this and I took it, as soon as I made my payment, if that happened in 3 days, I'd think, well, shit, now you can drive the car for 27 days. I don't want to drive that damn car, dude. I need a couple $1,000. And then once that couple thousand came in, maybe I'd peel off and grab another one.
Right.
And then I'd get that couple thousand. Now I got 4,000 in discretionary income. I'm saving that. Now I'm going to ask you guys, okay, dude, now show me real estate. Because you got to just keep putting your money somewhere. Or, shit, if I love this business, I'll just buy more and more and more and more. And pretty soon I'll have a fleet of Teslas. I'll have 100 of them all around the country.
I love real estate. I'm never getting out of the business. I just don't want to be, like, I'm at the position right now, I don't want to be actively in the business. And the reason being is everybody's in this business. Everybody's doing Airbnb. Everybody's wholesaling. It's a very saturated area. It's a very saturated space. See, when I got in real estate in 2008, guess what happened?
The market crashed.
What?
The market fucking took a dump. So nobody wanted to be in real estate. If I told you, dude, let's buy some houses in 2008, you would have been like, dude, I just lost houses.
No, I wouldn't have.
Not you.
I would have said, dude, let's wait one more year, see if they go down further.
Exactly. So that's my mindset. So, now that the market has shifted and everybody's in the space, I still love real estate as an asset class. I don't think I'm ever going to get out of it, especially now. I got a pretty nice portfolio that pays cash flow. But what I think we're doing is very early. And I think in the next 5 years, you're not even going to want to drive a car. Tesla's going to come out with cars that drive on their own. If you're doing Uber right now and Lyft right now, fucking say goodbye in the next few years because Tesla's going to take over. They're going to have cars driving themselves. People don't even want to drive. You're not going to even have to pay insurance anymore. So at the end of the day, you just got to prepare yourself for the future. The future's coming. It ain't going to wait for you. So you got to constantly be ahead of the curve. And that's something that I've been very good at and very fortunate is I've always been ahead of the curve. So 2008 came, boom, I made a bunch of money in real estate. I just scaled that. This is about to pop. I'm going to make sure that I scale this. The next thing, I'm never going to get out of real estate, but as an asset class, it's the safest investment. But what am I doing with my time? I'm active. So I want to make as much active income as I can. Good shit.
You got them thinking now.
Well, folks, I can tell you, if you're smart, you might want to give these folks a chance. You might want to go ahead and check out freetesla.tv and say, am I one fraction of an inch closer to believing that this is a possibility? Well, what you guys say is, dude, come to Florida, call me. Like, look, we'll show you the data. We'll show you the proof. We're doing it. Now, but you're doing it in Miami, dude. There's a lot of people that come to Miami. Like I said, what if I'm in Portland, Oregon?
So we basically do a market analysis.
I know, but before I buy your course, I don't want to freaking do a market analysis, find out I can't do it where I'm at.
Right. So we will help you with that. So we will help you with the market analysis to show you what vehicles are trendy in your location.
What about if I bought the course and 3 months later I did everything you said and I cannot get it done?
Well, that will be impossible.
Why?
Because you would be stupid.
Why?
Because our business, I mean, look, I told Alejandro when I first came up with the concept, I told him, look, go out there and try it if you don't believe me. He went out there and he did it. It took him like a couple weeks?
Probably less.
Probably less than a couple weeks. 22-year-old kid went out there, got a Tesla, no money, no credit. If he can do it, and he's done this with real estate too, it's all about mindset, man. And if you can't do this, then your mindset's fucked.
It's not dude, there's a bomb. Because I'm telling you right now, dude, it's all about entrepreneurialism. All you guys are doing is giving people the step-by-step recipe.
Correct.
And the ingredients.
Correct.
So it's like, dude, you want to make yourself a cake? Here's the recipe. Here's the ingredients. And then someone goes, I don't want to bake it. Well, then you wasted your money on the course.
Correct. Well, there's a lot of people out there teaching shit, right? There's a lot of people out there teaching and doing, and at the end of the day, nobody shows you the how. People tell you what to do or they tell you what about it. Like, they don't tell you the how to. Like, I've gotten courses from huge names. And I'm sitting there listening to these guys, and I love them, man. I love these guys. Don't get me wrong. They're great people. They're great. They bring tremendous value to the marketplace. But at the end of the day, they never show the actual mechanics. They never show the how. So I think that's what separates us is, dude, we show you the how. Like, we show you the numbers. We actually open up the program. We show you everything in our process. And I can't stand that. I feel like so many people leave out the how so that you can keep coming for more. Like, to me, that's bullshit. If you really want to help and you really want to do something, give them the how to. Forget the what about.
Well, then why'd you leave out the secret car?
Well, because we're already helping you making money.
Oh,
I just want to help you make more.
You're already helping them.
I'm already doing you a huge service by giving you our market analysis. That's worth thousands.
Yeah, because you guys did all the work.
We did everything.
And it's pretty dialed in, dialed out. You got business plans. You can show them how to write the business plan, show them how to find the target to market.
Prospectus.
And a lot of people are going to be listening to this.
Profit and loss.
What's
all
that?
Of that. We show you how to write a business plan, a prospectus, a pro forma. We show you how to have the conversations with potential investors, how to raise capital, how to get private funding. We show you all of that.
But again, as I pointed out, dude, there's going to be a lot of people that buy this. They don't need all that, which means they just fast track.
Correct.
So if someone's got an 800 credit score and money of their own and they don't need to do that,
correct,
dude, boom, it's instant.
We have a turnkey situation where, dude, you have an 800 credit score and you got some good money behind you. We can get you a fleet. We'll do all the work. You sit back and collect your cash flow.
What's the cash flow? What's cash on cash?
Cash on cash return was trading anywhere between 20 to 40% annual, and it's a 6-year term. It's sexy.
There's a lot of people going, damn, dude, I don't get that on my 401k.
That's 100% correct.
Damn, I don't get that in the bank.
Not even in real estate.
Damn, I don't get that in my shoebox.
Some real estate don't do that either.
Yeah. Like, dude, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good lick. And there's a few other components that I know about. That what if that changes? What if the climate changes? Apps change.
Well, dude, let's talk about this. So COVID hit, right? 2020, COVID hit. I know guys in Airbnb that were shitting their pants. Like, what am I going to do? I ain't got no money coming in. Nobody's booking. Nobody's traveling. Well, our fucking business was doing phenomenal. We were getting booked during the COVID.
And I was in another country. And I was still getting booked.
And he was in Colombia, and our car was still on the road just generating cash flow.
Why?
Because we're not just targeting travelers. See,
Yeah,
that's the good thing.
It's not just an international business. It can be a local business. Like, it changed with COVID. It went from being international, where we had a lot of people coming in from Europe, to being more local. So even though it was more local, the frequency of bookings was higher because there was more local people wanting to rent out the car for 3 or 4 days versus the travelers from Europe that were wanting to rent the car for 2.5 weeks.
Did you ever get in and find, like, boogers on the dashboard?
No.
I love that he thinks this way.
Yeah.
Freaking
He's the only one that
Yeah.
would come up with, have you ever seen any boogers on the dashboard? No, I mean, the car, obviously, when you get the car back, you got to get it clean.
Well, that's because, people just trash shit that
Yeah,
ain't
it's like an
theirs.
Airbnb. You trash. You don't.
Like,
take
I used
care of
to
the
rent
Airbnb.
cars, dude. We'd get going about 60 miles an hour, and I'd jank the e-brake and just I'd go over speed bumps. People would be like, dude, speed bump. And I'm like, it's a rental.
Well, it's true. So we don't look at it as our personal vehicle. When we get these vehicles, they're not our cars. So, dude, wreck it. I want you to. When I give the car to somebody, in my mind, I don't tell them this, of course, but I'm like, please fuck it up. Dude, do whatever you want. Because I know the insurance is going to kick us back a handsome amount of money.
Then you just start over. Just go grab another one.
Or they give us enough to get more.
So-
That's
so
the craziest part. It's a commercial insurance, so they'll give us more than what it's worth.
So you throw it in the gutter and go buy a nutter.
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
Can you say that, Alejandro?
Throw it in the gutter. Go buy another.
I love this guy.
That's right.
That's right. All right, folks. Well, shit, man. You heard it here first on the old dropping bombs. Now, like I said, I can't necessarily vouch because I haven't done it myself, but I have seen the training, and I am, fairly confident that if someone just does what they're saying, they cannot not produce a Tesla.
Correct.
Now, if you're entrepreneurial, you're smart as hell, you can get a fleet. All technically, literally, just like you're saying, for free. You can even, get one which generates enough revenue to pay for your next one, which is free, like totally free. Because I'm just thinking what the haters will say. Well, it's not free. I had to buy it. No. It's free if you got someone else to buy it. Well, it's not free. Someone had to buy it. Okay, look, prick. Are you trying to figure out how this doesn't work? Because it does. Now, the way we named it, I think, is technically true. You'll get a free Tesla at the end of the day because you didn't pay for it.
Correct.
But if I join this course, and I have good credit and I have money, I don't need to have a free Tesla after about a month or two when you're showing me how to make a couple extra G's a month relatively easily. I say relatively because there is work to do.
Of course.
Yeah.
You got a little
if
work
you
to do.
consider that work.
15
I
hours
know
a
what
month.
work. Wait, hold
Well,
on,
I mean,
hold
you
on.
got.
I know what work is.
Yeah,
dude.
but you said you got to wash the car. You got
15 hours a month.
I know, but I'm just saying there's some work to do. It's
Yeah.
not just buy my course and you'll be rich. No. You got to buy the course. You got to go do some work. You got to freaking continue to do work, and you're going to build a business.
Right.
The question is, do you want a big fleet? Do you want a bunch of cash flow, or do you want a free car? Because this will work for any of those.
Correct.
That's the reason I said you need to come on my podcast, because old dropping bombs is simply about talking about challenges, objections, situations, and ultimately I want the bomb squad, because I'm sure there's a lot of them that got affected by the COVID, to hear opportunities.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm big old Brad Lee,
Dropping the bizzle.
well, I just get a lot of deal flow my way. I see a lot of opportunities. Why? Because I'm me and I get to hang around the people I hang around, so I see opportunities left and right. I see abundance. But a lot of people, they're out there working, listening to a podcast. They're not hearing this shit.
Right.
They hear scarcity.
Well, they're hearing all the normal shit, but they're going to work, they're going home. They're going to work, they're going home. They're going to work, they're hanging around with their buddies. Guess what they're doing? Going to work and going home. Going to work, going home. Once in a while, they go out and party, get drunk, wake up, go fishing, go to work, go home. They're like, they're not plugged in.
Right.
So I'm always like on the lookout for business opportunities. That's what I call this. It's a business opportunity.
100%.
But I'm always on the lookout for ones that, man, if I were 25 or, if I were young and didn't really have a plan and quite frankly, didn't really like my job.
Right.
I'd be very thankful about this opportunity. So folks, if that's you, go to freetesla.tv and check this shit out.
Yeah. So we also we try to make it as simple as possible for people who, for example, because I used to have a job at Starbucks, making $8.25 an hour for 20 hours a week. That's 80 hours a month. That's nothing. That's $600 a month. And I hated that job. I hated the job. I had to wake up at 4 a.m. to get to Starbucks at 5, to work until 1, and at the same time I worked at Outback Steakhouse. So I would go to Outback Steakhouse at 4 to work until 11 to get back up at 4 a.m. the
How
next
good
day.
is that
So if I had an
coconut
opportunity, what's that?
How good is that coconut shrimp?
Oh man, I still eat Outback Steakhouse. I have no
Drop
complaints.
that shit in that marmalade.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay, didn't interrupt. Keep going.
No, it's all good. If I had an opportunity like this when I was, I think I was 19 when I had that job, I would have taken it. So that's exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to appeal to those people who are at, Starbucks or Walmart, or they're just, on the daily routine, like you were saying, they wake up, go to work, Monday through Friday, party on the weekends, then wake up Monday, hating Monday, going back to work and hating their 9 to 5. Like, that's exactly who we're trying to appeal because, they can do this on the side and they can generate some income. And eventually, once they get 2, 3, 5, 10, 15 vehicles, they can leave their job and do this full time. And full time is, if you have 15 vehicles, it'll be 40 hours a month that you're spending instead of 40 hours a week working for $10 an hour. Because that's what jobs are paying. Starbucks is not going to pay you $12 an hour until you're the manager.
And it parlays in, folks. Besides that, dude, they're going to have freaking masterminds and shit to support you. So, folks, pay attention. If you ain't all that in a bag of chips, but you want to be, you got to start figuring out what you're going to do additionally. You have to have some discretionary income to either save or invest in other places. And if you don't have it, man, this might be what you need to do. This might be the reason you listen to this podcast today. So if it isn't, make sure you share it out so someone else might listen and frickin' say, wow, dude, I'm in on that deal. And then just, again, follow these guys. You got frickin' at freetesla.tv on Instagram and at freetesla.tv on Facebook. And then, of course, you figured it out. At freetesla.tv.com. Or no,
it's
www. And
freetesla.tv.
appreciate you guys coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Make sure you go check out Mas Por Favor.
I'm on
Text
my way.
me. I got a new puppy. I got to get home and make that done. But
it's been an honor.
Go eat and go drink. You're already drinking. What you drinking?
I'm drinking a Don Julio.
Oh, motherfucker, stepping up. That 1942?
That is
motherfucker.
You got good taste.
Yeah, look, dude, he got a half a glass. Like, that's
was up here.
$900 worth.
I was up here.
Damn.
He did pour a triple shot.
Damn.
Come on.
Who let you have that? All right, folks, thanks for coming in. Folks, as always, keep it real.